If you could choose a starting five of your teammates for a basketball game, who would you choose?
Jack Elliott.
Because he's tall?
He's tall enough. I would choose Ali. He always says that he can play. I've never seen him playing, but he tells he can. So I believe him. Damien, he's tall as well. Jack McGlynn, I think he can shoot. I've seen him shooting the ball sometimes.
Okay.
And me.
Welcome back to the DOOP presented by Subaru, where we hang out with some of your favorite Union players and we get to know who they are off the pitch. As always, I'm Sage, that's Mark, and today we have the pleasure of having Daniel Gazdag in the studio.
Good to see you guys.
Thanks for coming. So this is a very special week for you that you just had. You became the club's all-time leading goal scorer.
Oh yeah, I have different feelings after this week. We lost 2 games at home, which doesn't happen too often, so that's a bad part of it. But obviously it's nice that I scored 2 goals, which I became the top scorer of the Philadelphia Union. It's really nice and it makes me happy.
You made history against the Sounders scoring that goal. Can you describe what the moment was like for you, hearing all the fans in the stadium cheering for you and having Sebastian Letou on the radio play-by-play call? You broke his record.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. We started really bad, 3-0 down at halftime. So in the second half, we came out. We really wanted to score goals. So I tried my best. I got a very nice cross from Queenie. It was perfect ball, actually. When I saw the ball coming in, I knew I'm going to score that because it was really perfect. I was happy when the ball hit the net. I knew I became the top scorer in the history of the club. But also on the other side, I couldn't celebrate too much because we've been still down 3-2 with that goal. So that made it a little bit, like unhappy as well. It was good that Seba was there. We've been talking about the record a few weeks ago on the Union Foundation Gala. So I knew I was close to break it. And I was happy that he was there as well. But it would have been much better if we win the game as well. I think it would be just a better celebration after or something.
When did you realize that you were getting close to breaking the record?
I would say at the end of last season, I was 6-7 goals away from the record. So I would say that's pretty close. And I knew I was hoping that it's going to happen this season, and I'm happy that it happened after like 10-12 games.
And Sebastian's a Union legend. How does it feel to be in that kind of company?
Oh, it's great. As you said, he's a true legend of the club. I mean, there are some other players who is still playing, and they are obviously bigger players or persons for this club than me. So I still have a lot of work to do for the club, but obviously it's a nice feeling.
Humble as always. And then not only were you in front of Sebastian, but you're at home in front of your friends, in front of your family. How much more special was it that you were able to score that goal at Subaru Park?
Yeah, it was really good that it happened in the Subaru Park. I really like to play here in front of our fans. Normally we are very strong at home. We didn't show that in the last 2 games, but normally we win our games in the stadium. I think the fans help us a lot in that. So I'm just happy that it happened here.
So have you been able to take a step back despite the result to celebrate the milestone at all?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's obviously a nice number, and I was happy that I broke the record. So when we went home, we obviously celebrated a little bit with my family. Nothing crazy because we're playing a lot of games, so it wasn't crazy. But obviously, I had a drink for it.
What'd you have?
Just a beer.
You deserve it for that one.
Thank you so much.
So your total is only going up from here. Everyone knows it. You score a goal almost every single game at this point. So about half are penalty kick goals, half from the run of play. When we asked fans to submit a question to ask you, a lot of people wanted to know, what is your PK routine? You've scored 27 penalty kicks since you've been part of the Philadelphia Union. What's your secret?
There are no secrets. I mean, I think the most important part of a penalty is to be confident. That's where it's all started, you know. And as soon as we got a PK, I'm trying to get in mood that I will score this one. And obviously, I have an idea before the game that if we're gonna get a PK, where I'm gonna go. But sometimes the goalkeeper is just moving so early that I see them during my run up, so I just go to the other side. So there are no really secrets on the PKs. Obviously, I will miss one. I already missed two or in a penalty shootout, one in the MLS Cup final, which really hurts when I slipped. I think that would have been a very important penalty as well. So obviously I miss sometimes, but during the game I never missed since I'm playing here, which is really good. But there are no secrets, and I don't know. I'm not saying I'm lucky because the number is too big to say it was only luck, but you know you need luck sometimes as well, and just be confident as I always was before the PKs, and I think that's the real secret.
So you say you know which way you're going to go before the game even starts. Do you look at film from other keepers?
Yeah, Phil, the goalkeeper coach, always send us some clips about the opponent team goalkeeper. So I always watch that, and after that I just bring a decision where I would go. But as I said, sometimes I change that up.
And that's kind of part of your routine then, like different from other players. You know that you're going to be the guy to take it, so you have to like kind of build that into your week by week game day prep then.
Yeah, I mean obviously Dre doesn't look the goalkeeper of the opponent team because he's never gonna take a PK. So yeah, I prepare that, and as I know that I'm the penalty taker of the union, and I have to do that. I feel.
So your journey to Philadelphia is a pretty unique one. You played your entire soccer career up until Philadelphia at the same club. Can you tell me about that and that time before Philadelphia, and then how did this come to be?
Yeah, I mean, I played in Hungary before for Budapest Honvéd, it's called. I joined that club when I was 14, and that's where I became pro player when I was 17, and I just played there for 11 years, and then I joined the union.
So you are at one place for the entire start of your pro career, and that's a long time, from 14 until coming to the union. How did you get to Philadelphia? What was that conversation like? Were you surprised when the Philadelphia Union were looking at you?
I was a little bit surprised. You know, I didn't expect that team from the MLS is gonna pick me, but also on the same time I was very happy. I played 11 years for my previous club, and I just felt that it's time to change. It's time to try something else. And with my family, we decided to go abroad and try another country to live and to play. I had some different options also in Europe, but I really felt that the union wanted me so bad. Also, Jim called me when we've been in the negotiation, so that helped a lot. And as I said, I was happy that the union found me, and it was just a good idea to come here in the United States with the family and try the life here, you know.
Well, the fans are happy the union found you too. After your first season, you came in about halfway through the year. Then in your second season, you exploded onto the MLS scene. You were even in talks about MVP candidacy, and some would say you were a snub that year. But how was that first full season for you, performing so well in a place that you've never been, around new people, coming from only being at one club, and now you were succeeding at such a high level in just your second season?
Yeah, my first season wasn't the most ideal. You know, I joined in June, so that's the middle of the season here. I didn't do the preseason with the club. I didn't know anyone here, so that just wasn't ideal. So I used that few months to just get used to the league, to the guys here, and to the club. And the second season was my really first season, so I just tried to give everything, and it worked out well. I started to score goals in the first games of the season. That gave me confidence, which helped through the season. And I scored 22 goals, 10 assists. So I think only the actual MVP had better numbers than me at that season. So yeah, that was pretty good. And we went all the way to the MLS Cup final. We've been really close to win the league, but that game still hurts. So don't talk about that.
We don't need to talk about it at all. But what we do need to talk about is that's a lot of goals. Do you have a favorite goal you've scored for the Philadelphia Union now that you're the all-time leading goal scorer?
Yeah, I feel I have to pick one. I really like. I scored in that season 2022. I scored one goal against Chicago at home when Julian gave me the ball. My first touch was I wouldn't say it was very good, but I just get it back behind my left leg, and then I just chipped it over on the goalkeeper. So I would say that as number one maybe, or the goal when the bicycle kick against Atlanta, that was also nice. But obviously, if we watch it as like important goals, then the goal in the MLS Cup final when we tied up 1-1, that was very important.
Do you think you could name all of your goals?
Nah, for sure not.
57. You
I don't
just
think
count.
we have time for that. Maybe.
Okay, number one was.
Maybe another day.
Yeah.
All right, so you've scored a lot for the Union, but one of our fans actually had a question about your time playing for the Hungarian national team. And you have a big summer coming up with the Euros. That's really exciting. But Mark, that question.
Yeah, Sage, I didn't want to have to answer this question or ask this question. I'm English. I was born in England. Somebody wanted to know, football matador, wanted to know how it felt to score against England.
Yeah, that was amazing. One of the best nights in my life, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, nobody expected that we're going to beat England, especially there in England, 4-0. It was a huge night for me, for the Hungarian national team, and I would say for the whole country. So yeah, that was amazing.
So speaking about your time with the Hungarian national team, what has it been like to represent your country year after year?
Yeah, it's a very good feeling. You know, I was playing for the national team even before I joined the Union. So I'm just happy to go back every time, even though if it's really far from here, and also the time difference is pretty tough. But I'm just happy to be there. You know, I love the guys there. It's a very good dressing room, good guys. Everyone friends with each other. I think that's our biggest strength, and we have a pretty good team. We play good games against very strong sides. So I think it just makes me happy to play for Hungary.
Can you give us a little bit of a preview of this summer?
Hopefully, we can go through the groups stage. That would be pretty good for Hungary. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. You know, we play against Germany, Scotland, and Switzerland. So good teams. But as I said, we have a good team as well. So I think we have a good chance to win some games.
So that first game against Switzerland is just over a month from now. How do you balance playing for the Philadelphia Union and then switching gears into that national team mindset?
I mean,
like you said, it's a really far flight too.
Yeah, but I already used to that. You know, I play games here in Saturday, and Monday I have to train with the national team when I go there. So I already used to that, and I do that for 3 years now. So I will be ready for that. And we have, I think, we play here June 1st, and then the first Euros game it's on the 14th for us. So I will have 10-12 days with the guys to train and to get used to everything there as well. So I think I will be ready, and everyone will be ready there.
You mentioned that obviously you guys are playing Germany and Scotland. You're going to be playing for Hungary. Some of your German teammates here maybe aren't playing for Germany or Scotland with Jack Elliott, but is there any banter back and forth already? Do you guys trash talk?
Not yet. Not with the players. They didn't talk about it, but Frank, the assistant coach, he always talks to me about the German team and how good they are, but obviously he's lying, and he knows that we're gonna win that game.
Well, we'll have to check in with Frank when you're playing that game. I can't wait to watch, and I know a lot of our fans love watching the players on the Union represent their countries, and the same with Hungarian fans that are supporting you when you're here playing for our club. So how's that been, seeing people from Hungary kind of tune into the Union and watch how you're doing?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, there are a lot of Hungarians when we play in Philadelphia in the stadium. That helps a lot for me. It just makes me proud. And what I was surprised of when I got here, that anywhere we go, almost everywhere I see some Hungarian flags. So it just makes me really proud and happy, and I also want to play for them as well. I know there are not too many Hungarians around the world, so it makes me really proud that they're still watching me and support me.
Have you been able to find any good Hungarian food spots or places where you can get a little bit of home around Philadelphia?
I know there is no Hungarian restaurants around here, but my wife can make me very good Hungarian foods. And I met some really nice Hungarian people as well who gave me some Hungarian gifts, some drinks, foods. So they are really nice. And as I said, I'm just trying to play for them as well.
What's your favorite Hungarian meal that someone from Philadelphia might not know about?
It's called goulash.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I
What is it?
It's like a meat soup-ish with potato and some veggies. But it's really good. I think you should try it one time.
Okay, cool. Well, if you ever find a place that serves it, I'll have to go check it out.
Some of my teammates tried it and they all loved it. So
oh, really? Who tried it?
Yeah.
Who?
Ali tried it. His wife loves it too. Jacob tried it. Mikkel tried it. Kai tried it. I think Jack Elliott tried it, and they all loved it.
Okay, all right. I'll take their stamp of approval. Okay, so when you score, which is often, you have the same celebration almost every time. Can you explain that to us?
I think I do that every time.
Yeah.
This celebration. So I have this tattoo, which I did when my first son was born. So yeah, it's just a sign that I just do that for my son. He's always here in the stadium on the home games. So I just want him to know that when I score, I always think about him, and I think that makes him happy.
Can you give us a tattoo tour of all your tattoos?
Oh, it's just him and me, and a quote from Winnie the Pooh.
Can you read it?
Yeah, of course. If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, keep me in your heart. I will stay there forever. So I think it's a nice quote about family, and that's why I did it.
I love that. When
Thank
did
you.
you get that one?
A few years ago, like I don't know, 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
And what about the ones on the other side of your arm?
Oh, I have a few. You know, this is my son's names. Maxim, he was born here, and there's zodiac signs, so dates. This one is actually Hungarian. It means good for me. That's just how I live. You know, like I take everything and I try to be positive. And I have some up here. So yeah, I have a few.
Okay, and what's the line? I need to know.
The line, that's actually nothing. I just I just liked it, so that's why I did it.
Respect, honestly. Fans are learning a lot about you, but what is something that they don't know about Daniel Gazdag that you think fans would find surprising?
Oh, wow. I don't know.
I knew you were going to not have an answer to this, so I thought of one. I thought it was cool. Someone told me that you're quite the baller.
Quite a baller?
Yeah, basketball. Pretty good at basketball.
I mean, I like to watch basketball. I like to play, but I'm not very good on the ball.
They used to call you the Hungarian Harden around these parts.
That's just because of the celebration. I think when I scored a hat trick against Colorado at home, that game I did a celebration like a basketball move, and that's why they started to call me the Hungarian Harden.
Okay, I have a question. If you could choose a starting 5 of your teammates for a basketball game, who would you choose?
Jack Elliott.
Because he's tall?
He's tall enough. I would choose Ali. He always tells that he can play. I've never seen him playing, but he tells he can. So I believe him. I would take Damien. He's tall as well. Jack McLean, I think he can shoot. I've seen him shooting the ball sometimes.
Okay.
And me. I would put myself in the team, of course.
And that's the starting 5. Have you guys ever played with that basketball hoop behind the stadium? For those who don't know, there's a basketball hoop right where the players park for games. Have you played there?
But is it there always?
I don't know. I've seen it the last couple times went back there.
Yeah, I think they removed it.
I think you guys need to have a practice with your,
I think
your
we
5
should.
players.
We definitely should play sometimes. We didn't play there though, but I have a basketball hoop at home, and when the guys coming over to get some food in my place, then we used to play a little bit.
So have you always been a basketball fan, or did it just start when you moved to the United States?
Not really. I mean, I would say I was watching basketball before, but I wasn't a fan. I was watching results and some games, that's it. But when I got here, I started to watch the Sixers, and I went out to the Wells Fargo Center sometimes, and I really liked it. It was a good time to spend with my son as well, you know, and that's when I became a fan.
Who's your favorite player on the Sixers?
Joel Embiid.
That's the only right answer. I know Mark would have something to say about that. We have an enemy in the room.
Yep, I'm a Knicks fan, so that's
God.
unfortunate for last week.
I should have warned you.
Kick him out.
And so is he back there, Kyle. Yeah, we're surrounded.
God. What a room is this?
Sabotage.
Yeah, it was a good game though. I think against the Knicks, it was pretty close. 2 good teams. They deserve to go to the next round. They won the first game as well, so yeah, we will see.
And you've rang the bell before, right, at the Wells Fargo Center?
Yeah, one time. It was amazing. I won that in a bet with Amanda. I think before the 2023 season, we bet with Amanda that I'm gonna score more than 20 goals in all competition, and I scored.
Easy.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at that year, but I scored more, so I won that bet, and she kept her word.
So you say you like basketball, but you don't know how good you are, so you probably wouldn't be a basketball player if you didn't play soccer. What would you be doing?
I know I'm not good, I said.
What would you be doing then if you weren't a soccer player?
I actually don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot, but nothing comes to my mind. I don't know.
Really?
No, sure.
Well,
maybe I would be at home with my parents and just take their money. No, I don't know. I swear.
All right, so we're going to head to a break on that note. And when we come back, we have quite a few questions from the fans. They have a lot to ask you.
Oh.
All right, we'll be right back.
Subaru has teamed up with the Philadelphia Union and Greater Philadelphia area Subaru retailers to make a difference in our community and at Subaru Park. Together, we've helped hundreds of pets get adopted at the stadium. At Subaru Park, we've grown and donated thousands of servings of fresh organic produce to area food banks and helped give kids in our community access to the game they love. Together, Subaru and the Philadelphia Union are making a difference. Subaru, more than a car company.
Welcome back. We're learning a lot about Danny today, but let's dig in a little more. Fans submitted a lot of questions for the all-time leading goal scorer. Mark, we'll kick it off with you.
Yeah, so the first one came from some of these names from social media. They're crazy. This is Ian the Hippo.
Oh, my God.
Wants to know, would you want your name in the Ring of Honor alongside Sebastian Letou, and is that something that you've ever thought of now that you're the all-time leading goal scorer?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that would be a huge achievement and a nice feedback that you have done something nice and something big for the club. So I would love to see myself up there. But as I said before, I still got a lot of work to do for this club, and I'm ready to do that.
Love it.
Next question. Brooke Johnston wants to know, why are you Rich Danny? What does it mean, King? That's what she asked. I think I know the answer to this one, but
yeah, that's my Instagram name, and my name Gazdag in Hungarian, that in English means rich. So that's why I use that on Instagram.
speaking of your last name, xflipper86x, who is also Watsy, Phil Watson, the athletic trainer, wants to know correct pronunciation of your last name.
Gazdag.
And if you were trying to bring an American to one spot in Hungary, where would it be and why?
Like an American player?
Just a person. Maybe Watsy wants to come to Hungary. I don't know. Phil Watson.
Oh. Hungary is beautiful. I think a lot of people should go there and see it. The capital is amazing, Budapest. So there are a lot of good spots, good restaurants. The Hungarian food is amazing. So I think there are a lot to do.
Is there one must-see location there?
I mean, the Hungarian parliament is amazing. That's where the government is working. You know, that's a very nice building. And I think that's the most beautiful.
All right, so this one is from DeSandro Leonardo and a couple others, Shane, Michael, and a couple that kind of asked similar questions. We touched on it earlier with the Euros. Who from the national team are you closest with?
Roland Scholey. He's playing in Germany for Freiburg.
Okay. Did you play with him like growing up, or how did you know him?
I played against him. We are kind of the same age, but we became best friends in the national team.
Nice. And is there anybody that you're most excited to play against at the Euros, whether that be a team, like we talked about Germany, or is there an individual player that you're excited to go up against?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting to play against Germany, especially because they are going to play at home. So I think on that game, the atmosphere will be even crazier.
Yep.
But so I would say Germany. But if you can play against France, that would be lovely to play against Mbappe as well.
Yeah.
Another one of your teammates, people in the team side of things, asked a question. This player asks a question every single time there's a podcast, so I think that means he wants to be on the podcast. So, Oliver, watch out. You're going to be up here soon. Oliver Semley wants to know, how high will Bitcoin rise in the future?
I think that's one of our teammates. That's
It is?
Oliver?
Yeah, it's Oliver.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my God. I thought that was like a...
No, I'm serious.
just
It's Oliver.
somebody was taking his name. I think Bitcoin is going to be real high. I mean, I hope. Because I put some money into it, so I really believe.
Why did he ask that?
I think because in Clearwater I was talking a lot about Bitcoin, but I found out that my teammates don't really care about it, so I stopped doing that.
All right, so this is the one that we talked about. I personally don't understand, but let's see if it makes sense to you. So this is from Crangus McBasketball. Don't worry about the name. Why does doing a back heel have a chokehold on you?
Like, why do you love scoring back heel goals? You do it all the time. It's cool.
Back heel?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times I did that?
I feel like I've seen you do it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said. I didn't understand
know.
the question.
Good. I take it. It's a nice goal. I don't know. I think when I scored against Real Salt Lake, it was just how the situation, happened. I didn't have any other options, so that's why I did that.
Okay. Someone, Joseph to Valid, wants to know, how do you feel about your FIFA card? I don't know anything about FIFA cards, so.
I think I've seen my card. I don't play FIFA anymore. I was playing a lot, but since I became a father, I don't really have time to play. Or now when my son is a little bit older and he wants to play, but he always gets mad when he's losing, so I don't let him play too much. I think my card is actually okay. The shooting, my shooting ring, I would put that a little bit higher, but the other numbers are good.
But that's got to be a pretty cool feeling for your son to be able to play as dad in a video game, right?
Yeah, I mean, he loves it, but as I said, he gets mad when he loses the game, so so I just don't let him play too much.
What's your favorite thing to do with your son then, if you guys aren't playing video games or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're just going outside. We're living in a house, so we just like to be outside in the nature, you know.
And then a lot of your teammates play video games together. Since you don't really do that anymore, what are your favorite things to do with your teammates outside of obviously being on the field?
When we are going for an away trip, like we always go to get some coffee and trying to find a good coffee spot with Mikael and Jack.
So the game this weekend is Foundation Night. So for our very last question, it comes from Mr._Pans, who's Jalen Capel. He was at the Foundation Gala. He's a Chester Union soccer player. He asked, I was at the gala at the Crystal Tea Room. What is some advice you would give me as a soccer player?
Yeah, I mean, I remember that guy. He was on the stage, so he definitely got the energy. He just have to keep his work ethic high, and it's gonna happen one day, hopefully.
And we're really excited to see everyone from the foundation and all their hard work being supported at this weekend's home game. Danny, we're excited to see you play and see how many goals you can really make that record be.
Oh, hopefully I can score a few more.
And the record's just going to get higher and higher, so whoever's coming next has a higher bar to hit. So thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you, guys.